Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot for Personal Liberty. My new book, The Ultimate Obama Survival Guide, was just released last week. I'm proud to report, as of this moment, it's the #1 finance bestseller in the world at Amazon. It is also the #1 economics bestseller. It's also the #1 conservative or liberal political bestseller. Last week, it ranked number 21 bestseller of all 3 million books sold at Amazon. Timing is everything in life. Americans are scared to death and searching for hope. They know the economy is bad and getting worse. They know there are no jobs. They know there's no recovery. They know they're being fed a pack of lies by Obama, his socialist cabal, and the mainstream media that adores him and will lie for him. They know at this moment our economic survival is in question. It is clear that President Obama's policies will, at best, make things worse over the next 4 years. At worst, they will collapse the economy. After all, they're the exact same policies that have led to the collapse of the EU economy, happening right now before our very eyes. Europe is in Great Depression, maybe the greatest of all time, and the EU is America's #1 trading partner. So their crisis will automatically become our crisis. Their collapse will deepen our collapse. But there's good news amidst all this terrible economic crisis. Did you know that there were more self-made millionaires created during the Great Depression than in any other period in history? Well, the vast majority of citizens were crushed, and that's a very sad thing. A select, smart few Americans made fortunes. That's because crisis, decline, and collapse often create great opportunity for those with vision, courage, and a unique understanding of the situation. So how can you capitalize on the same scenario today? Much like the first Great Depression, we're about to experience the greatest wealth transfer in world history. You're going to need to get on the right side. You'll need a detailed plan that will empower you to do better even as the economy gets worse, even if it spirals out of control. The first thing going in our favor is that Obama is so predictable. He's going to do what he's always done. More big government spending and massive cradle-to-grave entitlements and pile on more debt. That much is clear. Despite the president's reckless policies and insane levels of spending and debt, your path to success is to create your own booming personal economy in the midst of economic collapse. To write my new book, The Ultimate Obama Survival Guide, I turned to 18 of the smartest and richest superstars of business and finance for help. Almost all of them worth $100 million or more. A couple are billionaires. Several manage a billion-dollar hedge fund. I was honored that they agreed to give my readers their valuable advice and game plan for the next 4 years. They were actually excited to give their game plan to you. Let me give you a small taste of what they told me. First, let me demonstrate something very important. If you had invested $1 million in the dollar in the year 1913, meaning kept your money in the bank or put it under the mattress, your assets today would be worth about $40,000. But if you had invested instead in gold, you would have $87 million. These are facts. Our reckless and spendthrift politicians and inept government have let it happen again and again. In 1971, if you had invested that same $1 million in the dollar, today it's worth $200,000. If you had chosen gold instead, today you'd have $47 million. How about the year 2000? Today your $1 million investment in the dollar would be worth $663,000. If you chose gold, it's worth $5.7 million. The smartest bankers in the world obviously agree. In 2012, central bankers of the world's industrialized nations bought more gold to protect their countries than in all the years since 1964 combined. They know what my 18 business superstars know. Very bad times are coming. And if you don't have an investment in precious metals to protect your assets, you are playing Russian roulette with your family's future. And now is the perfect time to buy. Gold and silver had a large decline last week. Count your blessings. You can now buy at a big discount. The masses are, as usual, headed for disaster, panicking and selling gold at its lowest point in years and crowding like a herd of cattle or sheep into stocks, bonds, and the US dollar at their highest points. History suggests this will not end well. My 18 millionaires and billionaires are using this drop in price to buy gold with both fists, the most they've ever bought in the last week. And evidently, some very smart people agree. Because in response to that one-day crash of gold last week, we've seen a record-setting buying spree. In Asia, it's been described as the biggest gold buying spree in 50 years. In Europe, there's a 3 to 4 week wait to get the physical gold that you bought last week. Gold dealers can't keep up with the demand. And one of the smartest and richest billionaire investors on Wall Street just announced the other day that he believes disaster is coming, and the only way to protect yourself, the only possible answer, he said, is gold. But my 18 millionaires and billionaires had lots of priceless advice beyond gold. These superstars of business and finance also agreed that you should move to a no-tax state like Texas, Nevada, or Florida. Over the course of a typical 40-year working life, you could save an extra $500,000 or $1 million for your retirement without actually earning $1 more or working 1 hour more. You save the extra money simply because you get to keep more of what you earned in a no-tax state. You also think you should invest in oil and energy stocks. Instead of complaining about the price of gas and home heating oil, you can prosper from it. When the price of a barrel of oil goes up, and it will, you'll cheer instead of curse because you own it. They think you should invest in farmland and agriculture stocks. Instead of complaining about the dramatic rise in the price of food, prosper from it. Every time you go to the supermarket and the price of meat and milk and lettuce is up, you will cheer instead of complain because you own it. Invest in medical real estate and medical stocks. Obamacare is the biggest boondoggle in history. All 18 agree on that. But like it or not, they all agree it's here to stay. Instead of complaining about the trillions of dollars the government will undoubtedly waste on Obamacare and the 40 million new patients, insanity, that we're adding to health care, including illegal immigrants, prosper from it. Buy stock in health insurance companies, pharmaceutical companies, biotech companies, medical REITs that own medical real estate buildings. Every time the government spends $50 on a dollar device or procedure, you'll cheer because you own it. Invest in foreign real estate, foreign bonds, foreign stocks. It's time to diversify, folks. Obama was right about one thing. You got to spread your wealth around to countries that have lower taxes, more opportunity, better demographics, and a brighter future than America under Obama. My millionaires and billionaires are investing in China, India, Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Brazil, Chile, Australia, New Zealand, and Switzerland, to name a few. The future is brighter than America in those countries, and the people in those countries are hungry, driven, and ambitious the way Americans used to be. You need to invest in their success. You need to own those countries. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and you're going to need a very sturdy lifeboat to weather this storm. When it comes to Obama, here's my advice. First get mad, and then get even. That's how you do it. With an 18-point plan called Y-Pods, your personal Obama defense shield. It all starts with my book. I've got the battle plan in the Ultimate Obama Survival Guide. America's survival's in doubt, but yours doesn't have to be. You have a duty to survive, to protect your assets, and to save your family. You got to create your own booming personal economy, no matter what else happens around you. Your mission is to survive, thrive, and prosper despite Obama. You can find my best-selling book, The Ultimate Obama Survival Guide, at Amazon.com or at Costco, Barnes & Noble, Sam's Club, Books A Million, or any fine bookstore. Or you can find more information in the box right below this article, right here on the website. Just look for the book cover, The Ultimate Obama Survival Guide, to order your very own copy. I'm Wayne Allen Root for PersonalLiberty.com. See you next week. Same time, same place. God bless America.